Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PG Tea Time. PG Tea Time. Tune in on PG Tea Time. PG Tea Time. Come join us on PG Tea Time. PG Tea Time. Join us on PG Tea Time. PG Tea Time. Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's your girl the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can call me Miss Peachy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight on Peachy News Edition, one of my favorite editions because we have the families that come on. So if you are a special guest family on tonight, thank you so much for joining us, and most importantly, thank you for trusting me with your loved one's story. We also got my co-host Jason. What's up, Jason? And we also have our counselor lady, Miss Charlotte. Hey, boo. Thank y'all so much again for joining us each and every Wednesday, where we turn our platform into the family's platform. So make sure y'all tune in 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Roku TV live, also live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. I love you guys, but we gotta get back to the show. Oh yeah, we're going back. Yay! Hey y'all! It's your girl, the missus with them kisses, baby. Mwah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm good over here on my block, baby. I don't have that much battery life. I got 7 minutes on this iPhone, baby. This iPhone, baby. And I told somebody to bring me a charger, but unfortunately, it's not gonna plug into my thing over here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me take it off. Let me take it off. Let me take it off. And I just sit it on my desk and charge it. Hey! Y'all, thank y'all so much for joining tonight. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Jatan, I see you. I see you, girl. I see you. Saginaw, y'all better stand up, baby. Y'all better stand up. Y'all better represent. Because when I tell y'all I got some good news, I got an announcement to make for my peoples in Saginaw, Michigan. Baby, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay? When I say don't play with it, don't play with it. One thing I know, two things for certain. When God bless me, I gotta bless y'all. Okay, so I got a little special surprise. But first, I'm solo dolo tonight. So anybody that's out there brand new watching PGT Time for the first time, baby, welcome, welcome. I might not look like this next week, but just in case I do, I'm Miss Peachy. I'm Miss Peachy, the Mrs. Tennille, whichever one y'all want to call me is fine with me. But most of y'all call me Miss Peachy. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's get this show started, baby. We talking about Kada Scott tonight. I've been posting and posting and posting on my page, baby, letting y'all know what's been going on. So tonight we're gonna break some things down, talk about some things just as well. There is another clip that I need to show y'all that I need to find right quick. I'm gonna find that. We also, baby, we talking about what else we talking about tonight? A mother wants answers after her daughter was shot in Greensboro. Hot on the spot. Just happened. Also a teen was beaten bloody, y'all, inside of a bathroom at school. She alive. She made it to tell the story. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Put them guns down. Put the Moscow tools down. You fight it out. You live to see another day. And then some of your peoples that jumped in and did everything, they won't go to prison for the rest of their life. Okay. A husband, he got some questions. A husband got some questions. Police chase happened and killed his wife and daughter. He got some questions. So not only that, two 14-year-olds, gang members allegedly, yeah, they got arrested. They done took somebody up out of here. So we're gonna talk about that just as well. And what else? The Lyft drive. I mean, not the Lyft driver, the young lady that got in the car into a Lyft, trying to get away from her boyfriend. He wanna act the fool and took her on up out of here. So those are the stories that we will be talking about tonight. There is one more. Uh, the lady, did I pull that one up? No, I gotta find that, y'all. Hold on. Let me get that. That's the one that I could have sworn I had that up. Let me look one more time, y'all. Okay, that's Kada. That's the 14. That mother wants answers. And then, oh girl, yeah, I gotta pull up the other one. Y'all gotta see this, and then this will be it for the night. But we gotta talk about, when I say we gotta talk about this story, y'all, that I found. Um, it don't matter where I found it, but where I find my things, y'all already know how I do. You already know how I do. But while I'm looking for this clip, because I really want to make sure I play it for you guys tonight. But while I'm looking for it, it's about time for that announcement, baby. Yes. Miss Peachy got an announcement. Oh, don't hate on it, baby. Don't hate on it. Don't hate on it. Where Miss Joyce at? Miss Joyce texted me earlier today on Messenger. She said, can you please tag me and let me know when you go live? I said, I sure will, Miss Lady. I sure will. So, Miss Joyce, I did tag you, girl. I did tag you. So I know she'll be coming very, very, very soon. All right, y'all. I got that story. I'm like, who? I supposed to make sure this story was, and it still might be up here, but I just don't see it right now. But anyways, let me go to the comments over here. Hey, cousin, good evening. Good evening, cousin. I love you. Thank you so much for joining tonight. And anybody else that want to put up a comment, please feel free to do so. But first, let's go ahead because I know what y'all waiting on. So there's two announcements. Let's start with the first one, baby. Toys for Tots, baby. Justice Beyond the Silence has linked up, as we call it, but in the the world of professionalism, it's called partnered. Baby, we giving them kids some toys again this year, okay? Joyful Treasures toy giveaway. Registration opens on November 1st, y'all. November 1st, 2025. Ages newborn to 10 years old. All y'all gotta do is email me. All you gotta do is email me. I will send you the registration. This is for ATL, baby. This is for the ATL. There you go. Newborn to 10 years old, please make sure you email me. info@pgttime.com. That's simple. info@pgttime.com. And I'll send you the registration form. All right. Now you gotta give me a couple days, you know. They're going to barking, you know. It's a lot going on over here in my world, okay? All right. So y'all ready for that Saginaw announcement? Is you ready for the Saginaw announcement, baby? Is you ready? Do we do a drum roll or a magical? I think we gonna do a drum roll, baby. Yes, baby. Saginaw, Michigan. Residents only. Baby, I finally convinced them. I said, Poolie, we got to make this happen, baby. We got to make this happen. He said, okay, we can make it happen. We going to make it happen. Baby, Joy for Treasures. Justice beyond the silent. This ain't got nothing to do with Toy for Tots, baby. This is just strictly from me and my husband. Baby, we are giving a $500 giveaway. Okay? A $500 giveaway for Christmas. Saginaw, Michigan. Residents only. Baby, this how we come through. This how we come through. Now, it ain't for everybody. So don't think all y'all can just submit. Okay? No, it's not. Cause y'all know we focus around crime here on PGT Time. My nonprofit, well, our nonprofit 501c3 um, nonprofit organization. We all center around crime. So, with that being said, if you know or if you are caring for children who lost a parent to gun violence, domestic violence, or even a tragedy, okay? Even a tragedy. We got to put that on there. But even a tragedy or have a parent incarcerated long term, you qualify for this $500 giveaway presented by Miss Peachy and Poolie. All right. Now, email me. That's all you got to do. You got to email me. But I ain't going to say that's all you got to do because that's a lie. What you need to do is look on my page tomorrow, not tonight. Look on my Facebook page tomorrow. You will see all the rules and the details, yes, for the submission. But everything will have to be sent to my email address, okay? Um, you can also nominate. You can nominate a family. Like I said, if you know a person or if you are the person that's caring for the children, just email me, and that's by December 5th. December 5th, 2025. The winner will be announced live on PGT Time December the 12th. Okay? December the 12th, Saginaw. I need y'all to go on ahead and do y'all thing. So, December the 5th, December the 5th. Okay? These are the 2 days that you need to remember. Your notices, all your nominations, whatever, needs to be in by December the 5th. And the winner will be announced live on PGT Tab December the 12th with me and Poolie, which is on a Friday. Okay? But again, for detailed submission rules, please visit my Facebook page, which is Miss Peachy Time. Not PGT Time. Miss Peachy Time. And time is spelled with a Y on Facebook. Okay? Make sure y'all send those letters in. But you gotta go get the details first. $500, baby. $500. Yeah. We doing good. We're doing good, okay? Let's just say that. Thank you, God. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to do this. I assure you that. Okay? I assure you that. So let's go ahead. Let's get started with this show, baby. We will be starting with the teen. The teen that got beat. She got beat down. She got beat down. But that's okay. Because we are here to see what happened. That's what we're here for. We're just being honest with you. We're just here to see what happened. That's all. So, my co-host, Jason, will be back hopefully the end of next month or the middle of next month. Okay. And Charlotte, she ain't feeling too good tonight, y'all. Even though I said on the live earlier, Charlotte would be here. But she ain't here. She ain't here. She ain't feeling well. Let's pray for both my co-hosts, okay? We're gonna pray for both of them. Also, another thing that I want to tell you guys, maybe I should do a drum roll for this too. Starting next week, I have a guest co-host. Yes, on Wednesday nights until Jason comes back, we have a guest co-host. I'm hoping and praying it works out well. She has been in media for such a long time. I actually met her doing what I'm doing. Cool person, very, very cool. Accent out of the wind. I mean, her accent is crazy. She from New Orleans. I think y'all gonna like her. Her name is Kristen. She is going to be our guest, okay? Our guest speaker, not speaker, our guest co-host until Jason come back. Just until Jason come back, okay? And who knows? Who knows? She might just end up. Let's just say, we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. Let's sit right there, okay? So let's go ahead, y'all. Let's get started with this video right now, and we're gonna pull it on up. Hey, Mama Peach, I see you out there, Mama Peach, my number one supporter. I love you, boo. Ain't no tennis tonight. Here we go.
Also on 7 this noon, a high school girl student badly beaten when a fight breaks out on campus. 7's Faith Graham is live in Miami where it happened. Faith.
Yes, that attack happened here at Miami Northwestern Senior High School yesterday morning. The 17-year-old victim telling us her classmates didn't just hurt her with their fists, but that they also used a metal water bottle and a musical instrument.
That I was gushing blood, like every time I blink, blood would be coming in my mouth and blood would be running down my face.
17-year-old Arianda Sharpton left bloody and bruised.
My head was just pounding.
Badly beaten in the place you'd least expect it, her high school, and at the hands of her own classmates.
She like pulled my wig down in front of my face so I couldn't really see who was all kicking me and stumping me.
The bloody attack happened Monday morning in the girls' bathroom at Miami Northwestern Senior High School on Northwest 71st Street off 10th Avenue. According to the district, Arianda got into a fight with two other girls. She says they began to call her names, and that's when things took a violent turn.
And they kicked me to the floor, and they was hitting me with the Stanley cups and with the instruments.
The instrument in question, a tuba. Arianda admits she fought back, the fight eventually spilling out into the hallway.
My whole school outfit was covered in blood. I had the security guards covered in blood. It was blood on the floor.
The fight then broken up, but that's when the panic set in for the 17-year-old who has epilepsy.
I was scared that I was bleeding too much because there was a lot of blood everywhere.
Arianda was rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital where she received multiple stitches. Her mother, frustrated the fight even happened in the first place.
I feel devastated. As parents, we need to know how to address issues with our kids to prevent this.
7 News reached out to Miami-Dade Public Schools, the district releasing this statement that reads, "School administration and Miami-Dade Schools police swiftly addressed the situation, resulting in an arrest, and that the students involved will be disciplined." Now, the student arrested is expected to appear in juvenile court eventually. No word yet, though, on her identity or what charges she may be facing. As for Arianda, she tells us she will not be returning to this school to finish out her senior year. Live in Miami, Faith Graham, 7 News.
That's unfortunate that she's not going back to the school. We can't, I mean, maybe she don't need to go back. Maybe we do need to change and put our kids out of the environment that is causing these issues. You know what I'm saying? If you are able to afford to get your kids up out of these environments, go ahead and take them up out of there. Let them go. But for the ones that can't, keep fighting for your child, okay? Keep fighting for your child. All right. If y'all can hear my background, I definitely apologize. But Poolie got company tonight, and I can hear him, so y'all can probably hear him too. So, but let's go ahead, y'all. We finna move on. Hey, Carmen, how you doing, boo? Thank you so much for showing up tonight. She said, "Baby, I'm finna put them peaches in the comments, baby, so y'all can do just the same." Put them peaches in the comments, okay? So let's go ahead. We finna pull up the next clip. This is a clip that I was looking for that I wanted to show y'all. This wife that has been charged with the murder of her husband. Yeah, and he was an Army veteran. Baby, we ain't gonna see her no more. We ain't gonna see her no more. We just not. Also, I don't want to forget. If y'all haven't seen the Breakfast Club video that they did this morning with the Gucci Mane and Keisha, Kaora, his wife, you guys have to see it, okay? When I tell y'all I look at Gucci Mane a totally different way now since I seen this. He spoke very, very real. He got a book out just as well. Y'all gotta check it out. And a new album out. So go check him out, okay? So now let's get back to the show. I just happened to see that clip. Oh, my cursor trying to act crazy. Okay, there we go. So let's look at this, y'all. This is crazy. This was crazy. Here we go.
It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and a Shreveport family says they are now finding out the death of their brother, which was presented to them as a suicide, was actually a murder. KSLA's Dominique Ben spoke to Army veteran Sean Reed's family about how this revelation has shaken them.
Sean Reeve served 10 years in the United States Army. After he retired from the military, he took a job in Louisville, Kentucky. The 2009 Captain Shreve graduate was living his best life, or so his family thought.
There was nothing in my heart or my mind that ever made me think he did it.
In September, Sean's wife, 33-year-old Alicia Reed, formerly of Bossier City, called his family frantically, saying Sean took his own life. Alicia told his family he was devastated by his older brother's murder just a week before in Colorado. But Sean's sisters and brother said something wasn't adding up.
If you knew who Sean was and how much he loved his family, he would have never put us through the hurt again after just losing one brother to take his own life.
The tight-knit family of 5 had survived losing their mother and father at a young age. Sean was just 9 years old at the time when his older sister, Lola Morris, stepped in as Sean's guardian. He called her Mama. The family held a double funeral for the brothers. Sean's wife flew down from Kentucky, and a month after the funeral, the family got a call from a Louisville detective.
He said, "Are you able to talk to me?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "I wanted to be the first to tell you before the streets started talking. I have formally arrested her for murder. The medical examiner said it was no possible way it was a self-inflicted wound." I told him, I screamed, I said, "I knew it, I knew it, I knew it."
33-year-old Alicia Reed is now behind bars in Louisville, Kentucky, charged with murder, domestic violence.
A lot of times we look for women to be the victim, not seeing that men are also victims or can be victims of domestic violence. In this case, it just so happened to be my brother, and we did not know that he was basically suffering in silence.
They take it so serious when it comes to women. But when it comes to men, sometimes it's not as just like, okay, because he's supposed to be stronger and tougher. But he wasn't raised that way. He's never seen anyone get beat on or, you just don't see that. That's not how we are. We're not that type of people.
The brothers and sisters who call themselves the 5 Heartbeats with one mic are now faced with the reality of losing 2 of their family members.
Heartbreaking, tragic. I don't know the words that can describe how we've been kind of just floating and trying to survive through everything that's going on.
Now the family is splitting time traveling to Colorado and Kentucky to get justice for their brothers. In Shreveport, Dominique Ben, KSLA News 12.
Last Saturday, Alicia Reed pleaded not guilty during her arraignment, and right now her bond is set at $500,000.
I think it need to be $500 million. That's me personally. But who am I? I'm just Miss Peachy. But anyways, y'all, my heart goes out to this family. They also lost their parents just as well. So it was just the 5 of them. Now they have lost 2 brothers. And I'm so thankful that the police did and the detectives did their job to make sure that they catch this young lady. Okay? She probably thought she was straight done. Like, they ain't gonna catch me if you can. They caught you, Miss Lady. She looks so sad. But do we care? No. At least I don't. I can care less. She shouldn't have did what she did, if you ask me. And he was part of the military. He's a veteran. So, man, I don't even know what you was thinking. You was bound to get caught. Literally. Bound to get caught. So, I'm so happy that they caught her. Even though if they had kids, oh well, so be it. That's your fault. I'm sure that his family would be more than glad to take care of the kids or the baby, whichever one. They just don't need to be in your care, baby. All right, now that we got that out the way. Hey, Shalonda, I see you out there, boo. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Now we are about to get into the mother that wants answers after the daughter was shot. I want to get a lot of these clips out the way before we go into the Kada story. Because the Kada story, I got some stuff. I got some clips that just came out within an hour ago, 2 or 3 hours ago, I believe it was. So we are definitely going to be covering a lot for Kada Scott. Again, when I tell y'all my heart went out to this family. Like, I was checking this stuff out every day like it was that young girl, Kanika Jenkins. Like it was Kanika Jenkins from Chicago, baby. And I ain't never covered that on my show, but when I tell you when that story happened, I was looking and looking and looking all day, every day. And that's how I was with Kada Scott. And I posted a lot of videos on my page. So I just want to make sure that we do get to Kada Scott story. We do very, very well at bringing out what I have found. It was so much more that I found, y'all, but it's only a little bit of time that we have. So, and I still got to get through other stories just as well. One thing I don't do is focus on one story on PGT time because it's so much crime going on, so much crime that we can't just focus on one story. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this one right here. A mother said, she said, I want some answers. I want some answers. Yeah, I know he did it, but I want some answers. What happened?
It's hard to eat. It's hard to sleep. I don't know what to do right now. I'm lost for words. I'm not understanding, and I feel like I'm not getting the answers that I need right now.
Nearly 4 days after her daughter was shot and killed in an apartment complex in Greensboro, a mother is still looking for answers as to how it happened.
Yeah, Greensboro police responded to Brassfield Park Apartments on New Garden Road Friday night around 10:30 and found 22-year-old Mercedes Edwards with what appeared to be a gunshot wound. She died at the scene. Police say this is an ongoing homicide investigation. Fox 8's Melissa Rademacher spoke to Edwards' mother and sister today. Melissa, how are they holding up?
Well, understandably, Waltrina and Mahogany Edwards are upset. They're very emotional about losing their youngest child and sister. The family is also pretty confused, wondering if and when an arrest will happen in this case, where Greensboro police say they have already identified everyone who was involved.
GPD District 1 is responding to 1921 K King New Garden Road in reference to a reported shooting.
Just feeling complete. I'm lost. Part of me is gone. I hadn't eaten, I hadn't slept. I smell her all over the house. I'm wearing her sweater right now.
Yeah, we both wearing something of hers. Mercedes Edwards may be gone, but traces of her linger in the family home she shared with her mother and sister. The women say they were expecting Mercedes home late Friday night, but when the doorbell rang, it was a detective with the news she was dead.
He said, your daughter's been hurt. I said, so do I need to go get dressed so we can go to the hospital? He said, no, ma'am, she's no longer with us. I screamed, I hollered, I cried.
According to police, all parties involved have been identified, so the Edwards want to know why there hasn't been an arrest. Greensboro police say the watch operations team that takes reports from witnesses recorded that initially people on scene described the shooting as accidental. But the Greensboro Police Department wants to be clear. The homicide squad has not made any such determination, and a thorough investigation is underway.
My sister That's my baby. That's my world. I mean, you know how sisters are. We get into it all the time, but I'll do anything for her, anything she wants.
The Edwards family hopes to see movement in the case, something in terms of answers to their questions about how the shooting unfolded.
It feels like a long time to me, seriously, it does. I'm sitting here and I'm worrying and I'm worrying and I'm worrying, and I cannot understand why I couldn't view her before she left here. I have questions and I'm not getting them right now.
The Edwards family tells me they know an arrest won't bring their loved one back, but they do believe it would help bring their family just a little bit of closure. In Greensboro, Melissa Rademacher, Fox 8 News.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back. Hey, Charlie. Miss Peachy Time. Hello, look, cuz. Hey, cousin. How are you? I love you. Baby, when I tell I love when my family show up and show out in the comments, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Now, that story right there is sad because they already have identified everyone who was a part of this. That's number one. But not only that, no, they haven't charged anyone. They talking about it might be accidental because the people in the apartment complex said that it could be accidental. Nah, we don't need to go by what everybody say all the time. Okay, we don't need to go by what everybody say. We don't know who friends with him. Okay, now we gonna get into Kada's story because Kada has some friends. I mean, I'm not Kaden, Kada, Keon in the Kada story. He has some friends. He has some friends. And guess what? They can't be trusted. Seems like they need to be arrested too. But we gonna get into that. We are going to get into it. Do you hear me? Oh, she said, keep up the good work, love bug. I sure will. I sure will. Oh, they got my auntie. They got my auntie. Now, let me tell y'all about my auntie. She ain't my auntie in real life. I met her doing PGT time. But baby, when I tell you, I know the love is strong and the love is real. That she my auntie. And she always call me her niece. So thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Auntie. That's all I call her, auntie. But y'all, I miss y'all so much. I've been gone, y'all. I've been gone for a whole week. Was it just a week? Yeah, a whole week. Um, the devil just was busy. I got sick. My kids got sick. I'm working now, not in the medical field, but I'm working now. And it's like all of us got sick. Kirsten, they think she got some glitter in her eyes, so my baby could barely open up her eyes. It's just a lot going on. They thought Trey had asthma. He had to go get a breathing treatment. Well, I gave him a breathing treatment, but he had to go get a chest X-ray done. I ended up in the hospital. I'm like, what is going on, Lord? What's going on? So, but we better now. We almost better. We still trying to get Kirsten together, baby. But they going to school tomorrow. They are going to school tomorrow. They've been out of school for a long time, so they finna go to school. So, all right, y'all. Let's go on ahead and get bad. Look, Miss Barbara said, yes, it's real. Yeah, my auntie. I love you, auntie. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to another story. Which is the husband. He questioned like something happened with my wife and my daughter. And I ain't like it. That's what he said. I ain't like it. We need to talk about this. You know, these police chases need to stop. If you can't catch them within the first 2 minutes or even 1 minute or even a second, because anything can happen in a second, okay? But they need to start coming up with something else because they are really harming these family members. People that is innocent. They just driving down the street. That's it. And here you come causing chaos. And then you got the drivers that's just, oh my God, they're chasing me. And then boom, a crash occurs. So let's go ahead and check this out, y'all. My heart goes out to this family, to this husband, all the family and the friends. Here we go.
Jimmy Washington tells us he believes his wife and daughter would still be alive today if Byron police had simply called off that chase and not went after the man who crashed into their car. Jimmy Washington says his family was ripped apart in the blink of an eye.
There you go. I don't know what to say. I have no words really anymore.
Washington's 66-year-old wife, Deborah Washington, and his 48-year-old daughter, Shaylee Davenport, were both killed over the weekend. Police say it happened after the car they were riding in was struck by a man accused of stealing cigarettes and running from police.
A pack of cigarettes? You chasing a man down for a pack of cigarettes? Not having regard for human life? What if it was their family?
According to a news release from Byron Police, 62-year-old Antion Gray ran a red light around 10 o'clock Saturday morning near Robinson Road Extension. He struck the Nissan that Davenport was driving. Her mom and Davenport's 23-year-old daughter, Delisa Osborne, were both passengers. Osborne was critically injured but survived. Washington believes his daughter and wife would be alive today if Byron Police had simply called off that chase.
They done tore my family apart. My granddaughter in the hospital, having surgery after surgery. She in surgery right now. She get released and all. She done lost her mother. My grandson there, his mother, my daughter, and my wife. Their life was only worth a pack of cigarettes.
Washington says his wife and daughter were killed as they were on their way to the grocery store to order a cake to celebrate his granddaughter's 24th birthday on Tuesday. Instead, as you heard there, she's in the hospital with multiple broken bones and an uncertain future. For now, we're live in South Jackson. Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
That makes me very, very upset. I'm like the daddy. Over a pack of cigarettes? You are chasing this whole family. You is chasing a man over a pack of cigarettes. Do y'all not understand the crime that's going on out here? Just because it's going on out here in the ATL, baby, trust and believe, I know it's going on everywhere. Everywhere. I'm sure there was somebody else you could be out there looking for besides chasing somebody over a doggone pack of cigarettes. A pack of cigarettes. $10, $12. A mama has died. The daughter has died, which is also a mother. And her daughter is in critical condition. And I bet you y'all probably ain't even went over there allegedly and told this family, I'm sorry. Just your family gone. This is crazy. A pack of cigarettes? That's what we doing now? That's what we doing now. Well, I guess so. I guess so. I wish it was something we can do. You know, we can't bring the family back, but I wish it was something that we can do. Because a pack of cigarettes, I mean, it's like I can't stop saying it. A pack of cigarettes. Mm. All right, y'all. We got another story to get into, baby. I told you we finna slide on through these stories. This story right here, before we get into the Kada story, which is coming. When I say it's coming up like really, really soon, baby, it's coming up like really, really soon. And again, I have new videos that came out in the news within the last 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so please make sure y'all stay tuned for the Kada story. Now, let's go ahead and get into the 2 14-year-olds. Yes, the 2 14. Y'all heard me correctly. 14 years old. Okay? Where is they at? Looking like, where is they at? Here they are right here. Well, let's get into this right quick and see what's going on with this story. Okay? And this story happened here in the A.
This afternoon, two
This story has
14-year-olds are
happened here
indicted.
in the ATL. So we're gonna make sure we bring that up. Let's bring that up right now. Okay. But first, before we bring that up, we got a comment, baby. We got a comment from Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara, I missed you too last week, Carmen. I missed you too. Miss Barbara said the police need to stop chasing these people. They are doing too much, and they are chasing them down the streets where kids play. They chase them past my house. The Bible said it ain't just going on over here or over there. They chasing down my house, baby. I seen them with my own eyes. Seriously though, y'all, these officers are getting out of control. I guess either they getting paid to not find the killers out there, or they just ain't got the time. They just ain't got the time. You know, I always tell y'all, when stuff go viral, that's the only time that they gonna find somebody, seem like, when stuff go viral. Except for the man that stole the cigarettes. They caught him in a blink of an eye. But look what has happened. You took out some folks. You took out some folks. This man is hurting. I hope and pray he can stay alive for the grandbaby. Because at the end of the day, people dying over a broken heart, oh, that's real. It's real. And he look like he up in age. It can happen. So again, my heart goes out to him. I don't know what Chewy on tonight. Chewy done got him a haircut and everything, and now he want to act brand new. You better hush. Y'all know we live in effect over here. We are live in effect. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. Two 14-year-olds, allegedly gang members, they've been indicted in the shooting death of a 13-year-old in Cobb County, baby. I know where Cobb is. Let's get it started.
14-year-olds are indicted on gang charges after allegedly killing a 13-year-old in Cobb County.
That's right. So we do know that these teens, they're accused of shooting Josiah Reed to death in Austell on Paget Drive off of Austell Road in July. Chase Howell joining us from the newsroom. So Chase, the Attorney General's office is actually the person who brought about these charges. What else do we know about this?
Hey, Cheryl, that's right. So Chris Carr's gang prosecution unit is who brought about the indictment. And today I talked to Josiah's mom about the charges and a street gang expert on how these kids even get into one of them.
So look at my neck, y'all. I should get that money.
And I used to bust in the room like, boy, it's bedtime. Cut that off.
LaSasha Hargett is Josiah Reed's mom. In July, Hargett says Josiah was shot and killed in Austell while visiting family.
I will never get to, see him grow up, see him get married, see him have kids, I won't see that. I won't see him graduate from high school.
Cobb County police say he was caught in the crossfire when alleged gang members started shooting at one another on Paget Drive.
You mean to tell me you just wanted to just throw your life away behind words that y'all having or going back and forth? Is it serious? Because when you're locked up, where are these so-called members at? They're nowhere. You're calling on your mom.
So far, police say they've arrested 3 teens in connection to the shooting. And on Tuesday, Georgia's Attorney General announced both 14-year-old Jonathan Camphor and Josiah Cole now face gang charges for their role in the incident. How do you know Josiah Cole? And was he one of the people those gang members were allegedly shooting at?
Yes.
And how do you know Josiah?
Me and his mom, we've been long friends from a long time ago.
This is video that was posted to one of the teens' social media leading up to the shooting.
Standing on the ops' block. I mean, that's what we're seeing nowadays.
That's James Miller. He's an expert in criminal street gangs and worked in law enforcement for 10 years. Miller says he's seen kids as young as 9 wrapped up in gangs.
A lot of times we see like these older members, they have some money, they have nice clothes, they have nice shoes, nice cars, and that appeals to a lot of these kids.
Miller says gangs will often target kids and young teens to do their dirty work.
A kid, might catch a couple felonies for like a stolen car, for an example. They could be out. They might not even be arrested. They might not even be detained by law enforcement because DJJ won't even take them.
Now, beyond the two 14-year-olds that were arrested in connection to this shooting, a 15-year-old was also arrested. It's not clear whether or not they will face additional gang charges.
All right, Chase, thank you so much for that.
That's not a surprise to me at all. They are young. They're going to put them right back out in the streets. This is something that's been going on for many, 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 many years, where drug dealers, gang members, they will get these young kids to do their dirty work because they know if they get caught, they're going to be gone for years. But if this little man get caught, either like he said, he might not get no crime, no charge at all, get to walk scot-free. Or if he do get caught, it's a possibility he just have to do some time till he turn 18 and he out of there. You know what I'm saying? Until they start giving these kids these real sentences, these young kids, baby, they like pieces of candy to gang members. They gonna lie. They gonna tell them everything about how you don't want them no more. I'm just saying. How you don't love them. We love you, but your mama and your daddy don't love you. Your mama and daddy over there on drugs right now. You think they care about you? Your mama and daddy let you sell weed in the house. You think they care about you? This is what these folks are saying to these kids. And they like, oh, you right. She don't care about me. He don't care about me. So, with that being said, hey, daddy, how you doing? What you need me to do today? You know what I'm saying? They ain't even telling them to stay in school. You could go on ahead and drop out. I'll take care of you. I'm just saying. This is what's going on in our world right now. And been going on. And being. Let's not act like it's brand new. Now, we got some more stories, y'all. What is next? What is next? We about at the Kada story. Let me see. We are about at the Kada. Did we? Oh no, we got one more. We got one more. We got one more. And then we're gonna get into Kada. Yep, we got one more story. Saginaw. If y'all out there, baby, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news yet? Did you hear the news about Peachy Tea Time? Did you hear the news? Baby, did you hear the news? $500 giveaway, baby. Saginaw, Michigan, residents only. If you know or are caring for children who lost a parent due to gun or domestic violence, or a tragedy, or a tragic death, or have a parent that is incarcerated long term, you qualify for this $500 giveaway presented by Miss Peachy and Poolie, my husband. That's how we doing things, baby. And also, you gotta email me. Baby, you gotta nominate a person. If it's you, nominate yourself, baby. Nominate yourself. And just email me. You must go to my page on tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, go to my page, okay? You will have till December the 5th to go to my page and look at the detailed submission rules. It is not a lot, baby. It is not a lot at all, especially when we're talking about $500. Okay? And I ain't even asking y'all for no money. I ain't saying it's $1 to nominate a family. I don't want nothing from you. But baby, God has given us enough, okay? And He's still providing for us. So Lord, I appreciate it. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to do this for my city, for our city. Okay. So make sure you look at my page. Miss Peachy Time page on Facebook. Okay? On Facebook. Make sure you go there. Let me move this out the way. So it's coming right back up. For detailed submission rules, visit Miss Peachy Time. Okay, somebody sending me a message. Okay. Miss Peachy Time page on Facebook. Okay? I will have the details up tomorrow. So make sure y'all go on there. You have till December 5th. You have until December 5th. Okay? And the winner will be announced live on PGT Time on December 12th, 2025. Okay? Saginaw, I love y'all so much. Y'all just don't know I love y'all. I love y'all bad. And then, of course, we are partnering again with Toys for Tots, Justice Beyond the Silence, Inc. For our annual Joyful Treasures toy giveaway. Registration opens up on November 1st. November 1st. Registration opens up. All you got to do is email me for ages newborn to 10 years old. All you have to do is shoot me an email so that you can get the registration form, and I'll send it back to you. You fill it out, send it back to me, and you in there. Possibly. Baby, you was in there, okay? I will send you back and the location where we will be at just as well. So yeah, you'll be in there. And then of course, y'all know Peachy. We do Peachy Love One. Peachy Love One 2-week spotlight, baby. Jalen McKenzie. I was gone for an entire whole week. So I wasn't able to put up Jalen's 2-week spotlight like I was supposed to. So, baby, we going in for a whole nother week, okay? So, PG Love One 2-week spotlight is Jalen McKenzie. If you would like to see the story with his mom on the show, telling us exactly what happened to her son, she lives here in Georgia, but he was actually murdered in Memphis. So, y'all, please go on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Jalen McKenzie on PGT Time. And baby, the whole show will be right there, okay? Right there. All right, y'all. It's about that time to go into another story. This is the last story, y'all, before we do the Kada Scott tribute. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it. Kada Scott tribute. And baby, I hope y'all in it for the long run, because we do got some clips that I'm going to play and some video just as well. So let's go ahead and get into this young lady that was killed by her boyfriend, baby. It's domestic violence month as well. So we gotta make sure that we show some domestic violence stuff that's going on. And we are going to show a story with a young lady, St. Louis. Such a tragic story because she was trying to get away. You know, it's different when you still sitting up in there, but she really was trying to get away. And it was so real that she was literally getting in the lift car. She was getting in the lift. She was on her way out of there. And the demon seed, yes, I'm calling him a demon seed. The demon seed was like, nah, I got you before you get up in there. And that's what happened. So let's get started. Here we go.
Bowed in prayer and balloons going up for a woman shot while getting into a lift this week. Police say her boyfriend is the one who pulled the trigger. 29-year-old Trinity Staton died on Tuesday, and First Alert 4's Jordan Burrell spoke to her mother, who, as you can imagine, is distraught and trying to make sense of losing her daughter.
Yeah, you love your TV. As balloons fill the sky, heartbreak and the sound of a mother's cry fills the space below. Dominique Staton crying out for her daughter Trinity. She was shot and killed early Tuesday morning.
Life of the party, as you can see, she was loved by Lenny, the biggest heart in the world. She'll give you the shirt off her back. She'll take her anybody The person that killed her, she took care of him. And I still, to this day, don't know why he took her life.
Police say the shooting happened around 2:30 in the morning. We're told this man, Jeremy Northcross, rode a bicycle and started circling the Lyft vehicle Trinity Staten entered. Northcross then fired multiple shots at the car as it pulled away from the North Broadway and East Clarence intersection.
He took her life because she wanted to leave.
Staten says Northcross and her daughter were in a relationship.
When I say domestic violence is real, it's real, and I never thought I'd be going through this a day in my life.
29-year-old Trinity Staten, her mother's second child, was one of 4 siblings. She didn't have any children of her own, but her mother says her nieces and nephews were her world. And Trinity was the glue that held this family together.
And for him to take my baby, it's horrible.
First Alert 4 looked into Northcross's background. Missouri court records show he had no prior convictions other than a ticket violation. He is charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action in connection to Trinity's death. Dominique wants her daughter's story to prevent this from happening to anyone else.
If you are ever in it, find a way to get out.
The family is still searching for that Lyft driver who drove away from the scene and immediately took Trinity to the hospital. Her mother says they want to thank them, whoever they are. Corey?
It's a heartbreaking story.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. But we got a second clip. And we got a third clip. So let's go ahead. And y'all, she is so serious. Domestic violence is real. It is real. Here we go.
Right now, family and friends are gathering downtown for a balloon release to remember Trinity Staten, killed 2 days ago in a Lyft. Her boyfriend faces murder charges after police say he confessed to the North St. Louis shooting. Tonight, her family is still searching for the driver who heroically tried to save her. Megan Kernan is live where the tribute is about to begin. Megan.
Just moments from now, family and friends near Trinity Staten's home downtown will release balloons to honor her. Her family wants to find the Lyft driver who heroically rushed her to the hospital after the shooting. Trinity's loved ones shared their pain tonight as they remember her vibrant spirit.
This man crushed my life. He took a piece of my puzzle. I will never be the same ever in my life.
Trinity Staten just celebrated her 29th birthday, 5 days before she was killed. Now her family and friends are coming together again, this time for a balloon release to remember a young life cut too short.
She'll get a shirt off her back. If you wanted her to walk a mile for you, she'll probably walk too.
She wanted kids, but she never get that chance to do that because he took her from us.
It was 2 a.m. Tuesday morning when police say her boyfriend Jeremy Northcross shot and killed Trinity while she was inside a Lyft near the mobile gas station on North Broadway and East Clarence. Her family says they got into an argument. She called the ride to escape. Security video shows Northcross circling the SUV before firing into the car as it tried to leave.
But to just date her for 3 months and then take her life, why? That's all I want to know is why. What did she do so bad that you wanted to kill her?
Trinity's mom, Dominique, says the heroic Lyft driver rushed her daughter to the hospital, but she didn't make it.
I just want to hug you and say thank you so much.
Her mother calls this a heartbreaking reminder of the reality of domestic violence in the community.
But please stop taking their life for nothing. I needed my daughter. I really needed her. It's hurt me to the core. I will never be able to get my baby back ever.
Jeremy Northcross is charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action. He remains in custody with no bond. Lyft shared a statement with us saying, "Our hearts are with the rider's family and we're grateful for the driver's quick and courageous response." Live downtown, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Excuse me, y'all. All right. I'm sorry. That was worse than her talking. She made a mistake in the beginning. Blah, blah, blah. balloon release. But y'all, again, my heart goes out to this family. Oh my gosh. Again, she was trying to get away. And he came out after her. She couldn't even get a couple feet in the doggone left car. And they like, He like, you ain't finna go from here. But that driver, cause she got in, and the driver pulled off. You know, he could have been screaming, "What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?" Baby, he took off and dropped her off at the hospital. So, with that being said, Mister, you are a hero. You are a hero, and we love you. But I don't blame you. I don't blame you. He probably like, no, I'm not finna go see the family. You know, maybe he did. I don't know. Allegedly. But if he didn't, I can understand. And you know why? Because of the laws. We have seen so many people go to jail, not prison, but go to jail for murder, and they get let right back out on bond. So they can go finish the job. So I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but maybe the Lyft driver need to just talk to the police and police only and wait for his day in court. You'll meet the family in court. Give them hugs all you want to. But I wouldn't even go around nobody. I wouldn't even tell nobody I was that Lyft driver. I wouldn't even tell my husband that I was that Lyft driver. Okay, I tell Poolie. I would. But boyfriend or girlfriend, no, don't tell nobody you was that Lyft driver. I'm telling you. We cannot trust the laws. I hate to say it, but they can't be trusted. They'll probably get him a $10 bond. Yeah, I know I got some hair now. I got all type of stuff going on. Shout out to, I think she said her name was Angela. The lady at the nail shop. I didn't get my nails done. I'm doing a little bit at a time, y'all. A little bit at a time. Y'all know God had to strip me down. Okay? Strip me down. So just give me some time. That's all I can say. Just give me some time. And I'm coming back to the natural. Please believe me. I'm coming back to the natural. You know, but I was like, okay, I need to do something. I'm ready. I'm ready. I understood the assignment. God knows I understood the assignment, baby. And I just appreciate him so, so much. So, so much. But yeah, I got my little lashes, individual lashes. So shout out to the young lady at the nail shop. She did them and she did them quick. She did them very, very quick. And I haven't had individual lashes in over 10 years. I just been doing the strips. So, baby, it's different. It's so different now. I really enjoyed it. She did my eyebrows, everything. She didn't do this. No, she ain't do this. Shout out to the hair store. Shout out to the hair store, baby. They ain't play no games. My kid said, that one, mama. That one. I like that one. I said, thank you, baby. Mama like it too. Carmen said, I will be a former Lyft driver. You better say it. I'm not playing with y'all. He do not need to meet the family until he go to court. Now, that's one thing I would definitely do is go to court. Like, I'm telling on you, ninja. You going down. But as far as meeting the family and all that, they will have to wait till I see them in court. And they better call me on the last day. They call me in on the last day when y'all know for sure that y'all finna lock him up for good. Call me then. And I'll be more than glad to come be a witness. And give the family all the hugs and kisses that they need. But as of right now, baby, Miss Peachy who? I don't know nobody named Miss Peachy. Baby. I'm not gonna tell you what my new name is. But seriously though, y'all, can't nobody be trusted. Can't nobody be trusted at this point. Nobody. So yes, I definitely encourage him not to meet the family until it's time for his day in court. And baby, you better go to court. Because at the end of the day, we fighting crime out here. We are fighting crime. No, I'm just saying. Hold on, Miss. My auntie. Auntie said, yes, you are beautiful. Auntie, thank you so much. I appreciate that, girl. And so are you. So are you. All right, y'all. Now it is time. It is time. It is time. It is time. What is this? Oh, yeah, I need this. I need that. It is time for Kada Scott. Call your peoples. Call everybody. Let them know. Now is the time. Call everybody. Call your peoples. Call whoever you need to call. And let them know that now is the time. We are going to go into a commercial break first. I'm trying to, I should have had it ready. Hopefully, I can find it right quick. But we're going to go into a commercial break before we get started on this story. This story goes out to so many people, baby. So many people. This is so sad, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, I was really hoping, really hoping that they find him. I ain't gonna even lie. I was really hoping that they found him. Dang, I can't find the tribute video. Oh, where is it? Hold on. There it is. I'm like, whoa. I try to save all my tribute videos because you just never know when we gonna need them again. And baby, when these families come on Peach Tea Time, they definitely get up. It looks like I'm lagging. I was lagging for a second. They get a 2-week spotlight for their loved one. So that's what we will be showing tonight. Actually right now for our commercial break. And when we come back, it is time for the Kada Scott story, baby. It is time. So I'm just gonna let y'all know, what I've been seeing. There's a lot of stuff that I did miss. But as far as news broadcasts, I didn't miss a beat. So let's go ahead and get to our tribute video. And baby, up next, the Kada Scott story. Here we go. Jalen McKenzie. Rest in peace, baby boy.
We had our memories. We had our time together. It's hard that I can't see you now. See you face to face. But I know you in the sky looking down. But it's still hard to take. That you're not here physically. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away, up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here, and oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day, to see your face again. I know you're in a better place.
Tonight in Philadelphia, family and friends desperate for answers. 23-year-old Kada Scott of East Mount Airy now missing for a week tonight. Loved ones coming together to bring her home, sending out prayers and spreading the word about her mysterious and sudden disappearance. Our Jennifer Lee in Chestnut Hill, where Kada worked and was last seen.
A group of Kada Scott's family and friends gathered outside the senior home where she worked, and the last place she was seen now 1 week ago. They spent hours searching for any sign of Kada.
I'm a parent. I want my kid home.
Family, friends, and even people who didn't know Kada Scott gathered at the terrace at Chestnut Hill Senior Living to put up flyers of her picture and search the surrounding neighborhood. Saturday marking a full week since her disappearance.
Each day we get more and more desperate. We're trying to track down Kada.
Kada was last seen at the senior living facility during the evening of October 4th, where she reported for work. Police say her car was left in the parking lot, but there's no trace of her keys and cell phone or any activity on her social media.
This whole situation has been devastating for our family. We were all shocked to find out that she, has disappeared or pretty much vanished in the thin air.
On Friday, Philly police say evidence brought them to Aubrey Arboretum, where hundreds of recruits thoroughly searched the grounds, but they say nothing notable was found. Police aren't sure if foul play is involved, but say it doesn't seem like Kada went missing on her own.
We don't know exactly what they're doing in terms of leads and information that's been found out, phone records, anything. We're not really privy to that information, so we don't know what's going on. All we know is that we have to do our part.
The 23-year-old is described as creative and ambitious. Her family says she was involved in modeling, beauty pageants, and started a beauty facial spa.
Kada wanted to be a star. Her whole life has been nothing but wanting to be successful, wanting to be an entrepreneur. She always just wanted to be something very successful in life, and she started that at a young age.
We appreciate the community and outsiders and friends like that. Anybody that can help and get Kada back home, appreciate it. Thank you.
You heard the family's plea. If you have any information about where Kada might be, you can call police at 215-686-TIPS. They're also taking donations for a reward fund on GoFundMe. We'll have a link to that on fox29.com. In Chestnut Hill, Jennifer Lee, Fox 29 News.
All right, y'all. This was one of the first videos, that they put out there when they was looking for Kada. Again, my heart goes out to the family. Oh, let me bring me back up. My heart goes out to the family, friends, co-workers, everybody. So, let's get started. I'm sorry. When I went to the hospital, I went because I got asthma. And my breathing has not been the same. So y'all have to excuse me. From time to time, I may hit the mute button to cough like I'm finna do right now. Okay. I just used my inhaler. So let me tell y'all, let's do a little breakdown story. For those that don't know nothing about this story at all. Kada, she was 23 years old, I do believe. She just had started the job. Been on the job for only 2 weeks. And she worked the third shift, the late shift. They did say that somebody had been threatening her. And this was all over the phone, harassing her and stuff. So over the phone. But they didn't know who came and got Kayla. Kayla car was left out there. She had her cell phone. I think she had her keys too. I don't know if she had the keys. But I know she had the cell phone. And other things. And Kada went out there and got in the car with somebody. Okay? Because they never said at first, like when y'all saw this video that I just played, they didn't know who she got in the car with. They just said that she got in the car with somebody. And she worked at a nursing home. Oh, thank you. I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you, Carmen. I'm trying to get myself together. But Again, she was only at this job for 2 weeks. She worked the third shift. It was a nursing home. This nursing home had, which was literally crazy to me, but this nursing home had no cameras outside of the building. So nobody knew nothing about who this young lady left with at the time. So that's why I be trying to tell y'all, these police officers, they be working. I promise you they be working. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them do be working. And they do have to keep things a secret. They can't come out and just tell everything, especially with social media now and like Peachy Tea Time. Baby, because I try to get everybody up here on Peachy Tea Time to tell their loved one story to spread the awareness. But some things they cannot talk about. They did have witnesses. We didn't know that there was witnesses. We ain't know nothing. So, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Hopefully that's the last one. I don't know. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into some more things. Okay? We're going to get into some more things because there is a video that I have to show you guys. Okay? But again, Kada, let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. So Kada, she was lost. We didn't know what was going on. She was gone for like 2 weeks before we found out anything. Kada had an auntie that was out here, like a tarot reading lady, psychic, whatever y'all want to call them. Baby, she was on point about a lot of different things. She was. And then I saw another lady that was telling her, yeah, I had these same dreams and stuff. That she was a tarot lady too. And some of the stuff that they were saying was actually true, no matter how you look at it. So, police end up finding Kada's cell phone case. Okay, they got a tip. Let's go before that. No, yeah, they found the cell phone stuff first, and then they put out a bolo. Be on the lookout for this vehicle. Baby, when I tell you Philly wasn't playing, baby, they found that vehicle in the same day. I'm just saying. They found found the car the same day. They got a tip. Another tip. Went out there. The car magically appears. Then they ended up finding the body. But first, I want y'all to see this. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, we're going to talk about it. This young lady that I'm finna let y'all watch is supposed to be Keon, because the guy that they arrested, his name was Keon. And they arrested him for kidnapping. If you watch my page, you'll see that Keon had did a kidnapping job before with his baby mama, girlfriend, whatever she was, allegedly. He tried to kidnap her or did kidnap her. Next thing you know, she put out a video. This video of this ninja coming over to her house like he doggone peeping Tom. Now y'all know everything on this show is allegedly and explicit language. But girl, he like this through the window. She like, if you don't get your crack out of here. He studied looking like, nah, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, baby. Best believe it. You know what I'm saying? Well, she ended up getting the police and stuff involved, but she didn't go to court. So they just dismissed everything like some dummies. Because at the end of the day, this man did something to her. And it was called kidnapping. So they let him go free. They didn't let him go free. He had to put up a $20,000 bond. He had $20,000 bond. And he paid that money. $20,000, 20 G's. He was known as a pharmacist. Not that type of pharmacist. Not not Walmart's pharmacist. He was a pharmacist, baby, on the streets. Okay, everybody knew to go get the weed from him. Allegedly, from what I read and heard, they knew he was the plug. He was the plug. So I want y'all to hear this video. It's a little lengthy, but this girl knew a lot of information. Her and her friend, her and her homegirl, they knew a lot of information even before we found out. Like, we didn't know she was dead, but these two girls knew. Keon had talked to them. Keon asked them, who Kada? You know where she live at? Where she at? Let me know. So, I'm finna let y'all listen to this, okay? And then we gonna go back to some news broadcasting clips that actually just hit the scene. Yeah, just hit the scene within hours. So here we go.
Video start.
Now keep in mind, Keon is locked up. He is locked up right now on I think $200 million bond or $2.5 million, somewhere up in there. But here we go.
Started circulating online. A young woman named Gabby explaining her connection to this case. And suddenly, questions started being asked about who else might have known what was going to happen. Let me show you what Gabby said.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and I'm going to be discussing some of the misinformations that are going around in the internet regarding me and the Kada Scott situation. So if you are unaware, Kada Scott is a girl that went missing in Philadelphia on October 4th. So I did know Keon. He was my friend. I met him about 4 or 5 years ago, and he was also the local pharmacist. Now, me and my best friend, we were also mutual friends with Keon. He was our pharmacist. So one day Keon calls me, and keep in mind I am in school, I am in Maryland, and he will usually just call me, just to check up and talk. So he calls me and he asks me if I know Kada. And I'm like, yeah, I know Kada. And he's like, oh yeah, I noticed that she lives really close to you. Like, yeah, she lived right in the back of me. And I'm not thinking nothing of it because he usually calls me and, we just be chatting. He'll call me about the people that be around because he is the pharmacist. I live in the neighborhood and he be in my neighborhood. So we hang up the phone and that was that. We were only on the phone for 29 seconds. So you can see that this is the day that he called me and this was before Kada went missing. And we were only on the phone for 29 seconds. Also, I know that his name says Elliot in my phone. That's just what we call him. So a couple of days after that, my best friend calls me and, we're just talking about life. And I mentioned to her how Keon brought up Kada to me. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, oh yeah, he was probably trying to flirt with her. He's probably trying to get at her. Mind you, me and my best friend, we know Kada because we grew up with her little sister. Now, we didn't know Kada personally because, again, we grew up with her little sister. We were around 12, 11 years old. Kada, she was much older than us, so we didn't really talk to her. So my best friend was like, oh yeah, he probably thought she was cute, and that was that. So right here is the day that I called my best friend and told her that, Keon was trying to get at Kada. This is before she went missing. So a couple days, maybe a week after that, it is reported on October 4th that Kada is missing.
Now notice it say black.
So keep in mind, I am in Maryland, so I'm not really into all the Philadelphia news that be going on. So I'm not knowing that Kada is missing until my best friend sends me a text and says that Kada is missing. So this is the day that my best friend tells me that Kada is missing on October 9th. So I'm in my friend's dorm and I call Keon and it's a lot of music and a lot going on in the background. So I go somewhere that's quiet and I tell him, Keon, Kada is missing. That girl, she's missing. So he was like, what? And then after that, the phone just hung up. So here you can see that I called Keon and we were on the phone for 2 minutes.
Baby, when that phone hung up, that's when she should have been calling the police. She should have thought something. Why would you just hang up the phone like that? So we're going to go ahead and listen to some more.
You have to keep in mind, this was my friend, okay? I did not think that he could be capable of anything like this. In my head, I'm just thinking, there's no way in the world he could have did something like this. There's no way in the world. So then a couple days after that, my mom sends me a screenshot of Keon turning himself in for the kidnapping of Kada. So this is my mom sending me the article, and she was distraught to say the least. And I know she said that he was a random person, but she says this about all my friends. So me and my best friend, we get on the phone and we're talking about the situation. We're just... So this is my mom sending me the article.
I did rewind it so that we can read it. So when her mama found out about, what was going on, that he got arrested or whatever, this is what she sent. It said, this is exactly why you cannot get in the car with random people. I know the black guy. He was the captain in the 35th, whatever that means. And I call him when you were arrested. So she's been arrested before. I should have been a lawyer, and I would die if I couldn't find you. So she been arrested before, the one that's talking. What she been arrested for, I don't know. But she's been arrested. I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not saying everybody that's been arrested, I can't trust them, but I don't trust her. I don't trust her or her friend. Here we go.
Cool, and she was distraught to say the least. And I know she said that he was a random person, but she says this about all my friends. So me and my best friend, we get on the phone and we're talking about the situation. We're just saying how this is just crazy. This is the call of me and her talking about it. Now, this is all happening around the time that I'm taking my midterms. So I'm really just trying to keep my head on the books. And I wasn't really trying to let this stress me out. So I kind of just let it go. He turned himself in. It's not really much to say or do anymore. So a couple days after that, me and my best friend get on the phone and we're basically just, talking about the Kada situation. And she says that she thinks that I should call the cops. So she was basically saying that she thinks that I should call the cops and tell them that Keon was, asking about Kada. Now, at the time in my head, I'm thinking that there was no reason to call the cops. He already turned himself in. And I felt like it would be kind of a waste of time to tell them that the guy that they already have in custody, called me and was asking about the girl. And me personally, I'm not a cop caller. Like, I will...
Okay, now you had this dumb broad on here talking about she's not a cop caller. Okay? She felt like the information that she has, nobody would care. The police wouldn't care. Nobody would care. Miss Lady, I think he would. I really think they would care. Now, some of the stuff that y'all gonna hear, I do not believe her at all. We haven't gotten to that part, and I don't want to spoil it for y'all either. But I don't believe it. Because they, at this point, they are going to try to see who killed Kada. When they arrested him, they didn't arrest him for her death. They didn't charge him with it. They charged him with kidnapping. When she said that he turned himself in, he turned himself in for kidnapping. And that's the only thing they charged him with. But they need to charge him with whatever he has done. So yes, Miss Lady, Miss Young Lady, they tell everybody, your little bit of information could always crack the case. Tell whatever you know. If you know something, say something. How many times have you heard that? If you know something, say something. If this happened to you, you will want people to tell. Let's go on back and finish this some more.
I don't call the cops. That's just the way that I grew up. That's what I was around. They would always tell me, you don't call the cops. So I just felt like, the information that I had and the fact that, I'm just not really a cop caller, it wouldn't make sense for me to call the cops. So then my best friend tells me, well, if you won't call the cops and tell them, then I will. And then she basically tells me that she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore because I won't call the cops. And I told her, that's completely fine. I just don't want any involvement. So then we hung up the phone, and then I believe she called me again with the police on the other line. So you can see, I told her, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the cops. And yeah. Now, I can't see how this could be cruel, and I do take accountability for that. So then, this could be cruel, and I do take accountability. Cops and
Now, allegedly, because y'all know everything over here is allegedly. I just saw what I saw on social media, and I tell y'all what I see on social media. So, allegedly, this right here, what y'all see, the public didn't even know Kada was dead. Remember, she said that her friend told her, we need to tell the police everything that we know. He called your house looking for Kada. All that. Allegedly, they hadn't even found Kada at this time. They were just looking for Kada. Kada is missing. It say, bro, a girl is missing. First, look at that at the top. I'm not talking to the cops. Say what you want to say. I ain't talking to no cops. Bro, a girl is missing and dead. How you know she dead, Miss Lady? How you know? And no one knows nothing. What the F do you mean? We grew up with her sister. Baby. Friend, I think friend got nervous. Friend said our cover is blown. You remember how on them comedian comic shows and stuff, Def Comedy Jam, all that type of stuff. Remember one of the clips where they used to say, I ain't going with you to rob a bank because you gonna tell on me. As soon as you get found, we all break away, but as soon as you get found, they were like, come on, Lil John. Lil John, come on. They found us. No, they found you. They ain't find us. They found you. But you gonna tell anyway. This how this young lady is. This how this young lady is. Bro, a girl is missing and dead. What the F do you mean? We grew up with her sister. You gotta talk to the police. Smart. But that's just how she is. You gotta be mindful of how you roll, who the people you roll with. I'm just saying. But again, y'all already know we over here at PGT Time, we don't know what the word snitch means. We telling everything. Which is what this young lady should have done. Because you better believe as much people is talking about this on social media, and the auntie that's the tarot card reader or whatever she is, psychic. Even the auntie kept saying it's 2 girls involved. Before all of this even came out. The auntie like, I see 2 girls involved with this. Now the police have already said that they are looking into other people. I know they scared as hell right now, y'all. I know they scared. They just ought to be if they ain't. So let's go ahead and finish this out.
yeah. Now, I can't see how this could be cruel, and I do take accountability for that. So then, a couple of days later after that, I get sent a link on Instagram. And the link was basically my best friend going live, just talking about the situation, saying how I was weird for not going to the cops. And people in the comments were just coming up with their own narratives about the story. And it just got way out of hand, and it just spiraled. So you can see somebody sent me the link of the live, and still to this day, I have not watched the full entire live. Then people just started asking, who is Gabby? What's the connection? And, she told people that I was in Maryland for school, and it was just a whole entire thing. So, of course, I was angry and I was confused because what is going on? So I text her. I tell her that, that was weird. And yeah. Then I started seeing posts of people saying that they think that I set Kada up, and that why wouldn't I go to the cops, and that I was just suspicious and all of this stuff. And this was never the case. So I do end up contacting the authorities after I seen people just making up crazy stuff about me and the
She can't be
situation.
trusted. We don't know
They
if
cut
it's
me off.
police.
They tell me that they already know what's going on, you know, that they have a close eye on the social media. And they also tell me that my friend did come forth with the information, and they told her that there was nothing that they can do, that the information that she brought them was useless information because they already had Keon in custody,
I don't believe that
and
either.
it was just nothing for them to do with this information. They told me to contact them only if I had anything that could lead to finding Kada, because that is their main priority. Now, I do believe that the person in the live was just kind of taking what I told her and running with it and just spicing it up to make it seem like something that it wasn't, for, I don't know, maybe views. People were saying that, you know, she was walking around and showing what stores Kada would go to, where she would walk her dog, and just stuff like that. I also had one of our mutual friends come to me, and he told me that she told him that we knew Kada our whole lives and like we grew up with her, which wasn't the case because we grew up with her little sister. My prayers go out to Kada and her family, and I hope that she can make a safe return home.
So I don't believe her. I'm sorry. I don't believe her. I don't believe her friend. I believe her friend more than I believe her, you know, but at the end of the day, to me, they are incriminating themselves. That's what they're doing. Thank you. Keep telling us. Keep being so stupid. And keep telling us. Because the police watching. Detectives watching. They all watching. So keep you and your friend, keep talking. Keep running y'all mouth, please. Because y'all gonna be right on in there with Keon, y'all neighborhood pharmacist. Maybe he can get y'all some of the pharmacist drugs to the women's prison with no issues. And y'all like that, won't y'all? I bet you will. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the last two videos of what's going on right now. Right now, these have been posted within hours today. Tonight rather. This one 5 hours ago, and the other one was less than that. So check this out, y'all. Check this out. These are last two videos for the night. And baby, y'all been rocking with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get this clip going. We are still talking about Kada Scott, the Kada Scott story. Here we go.
Medical examiner has now ruled Kada Scott's death a
Look at him.
homicide. That laid word from police this afternoon, who now say they're recommending murder charges against Keon King, the man already charged in her disappearance. All this happening just hours after new court documents reveal details.
That's the
of
peep in
phone
time
calls and
video.
text messages between King and Scott on the very day she went missing. It is Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Taft.
And I'm Sarah Bloomquist. The big story on Action News is the major development in the Kada Scott death investigation. While we now know her death has been ruled a homicide, we still don't know exactly how she died.
Action News reporter Chad Berdelli live at East Mount Airy with all the developments today. Quite a busy day, Chad.
Yeah, like you said, the Philadelphia Police Department announced just a few moments ago that the medical examiner had ruled that Kada Scott's death was a homicide. It was announced on Twitter by Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor. Now, I do know how Kada Scott was murdered. We're not releasing that information, to making sure that the family has been notified. But police department is recommending to the DA to file those murder charges, and just a few of the new details we're learning about the disappearance and murder of Kada Scott. Keon King's alleged criminal conspiracy began just before midnight on October 3rd, when court records say he stole a Hyundai Accent left unattended and running by a food delivery worker on the 6600 block of Sprague. Investigators say he'd used that stolen car to meet up with Kada Scott the following night. Charging documents say Scott and King made plans to meet up, with the final exchange between the two being, quote, "CM when you hear." 6 minutes later, at 10:15 p.m., investigators say the two appeared to be together near Scott's place of employment, based on cell phone data. It'd be the last time Scott would be seen alive. At 10:24 p.m., Kada Scott's phone goes offline. 4 minutes later, the Hyundai Accent parks at the Arboretum, and the vehicle remains there. Using cell phone technology, investigators tracked King to this house on the 5500 block of Belmar Terrace. A search of the house turned up contractor bags, a hammer, and ammunition, among other items, according to the complaint. 2 women who live there were detained and interviewed but released. King was not at the house. The criminal complaint says King's cell phone was tracked taking multiple trips between the Belmar Terrace home and the area where Scott's body was found. At 11:39 p.m. on October 5th, court records say King's registered Toyota Camry was caught on surveillance returning and parking at the recreation center next door to where Scott's body was found. It says 2 people exited the vehicle, and 4 hours later, 2 individuals appeared to take a large object consistent with the body out of the Hyundai Accent. And so far, King is charged with kidnapping, theft, arson, and other related charges, but so far not murder. But those charges are expected, I'm told. No other accomplices at this point have been charged. Police continue to investigate, though. I did reach out to King's attorney and so far have not heard back. I'm live in East Mount Airy. Chad Perdelli, Channel 6 Action News. Back to you guys.
Okay, Chad, thank you. As you heard there in Chad's report, police are trying to piece together the communication between Kada Scott and Keon King in the days and hours before her disappearance. One particular text that's now part of the investigation was sent at 10:07 a.m. on October 4th, nearly 12 hours before Scott disappeared. In it, she texted the words, quote, "Kidnap me again," to a number that police have now linked to King. The reply that came back, quote, "Better be up too," which was followed by specific plans to meet later that night. We were asking police if they can shed light on the context of that alarming exchange. We do not yet have a response.
All right. So that was new information. Sorry. That was new information. So she had sent out a text message to somebody, probably Keon, and said, "Kidnap me again. Kidnap me again if you want to." It could have been that kidnap me again. Kidnap me again if you want to. I promise you. I'm telling. I'm telling. Put your hands on me again. Now, this is my theory. I do have another video to show you just as well. Oh, and before I tell you my theory, the police officer, detectives, all them, they had went out to this school. This was an abandoned school. Nobody goes to this school. Shout out to Saginaw, Michigan. BV. Baby, it was a lot of schools, elementary schools, junior high schools, high school. They were no longer being used. My high school was one of them. They have since then reopened it up, but not for a school. They're using it for something else. But we still had other schools that was closed down. And these schools that has been closed down, ain't no, they just like abandoned houses. Ain't nobody thinking about these houses. They just abandoned. And I tell y'all all the time, they need to start checking these abandoned houses and look for dead bodies. Baby, now we gotta look at the schools. So they went to the school. They got a tip. Wonder who the tip came from. But they got a tip. But at the same time, we know can't nobody keep a secret. Somebody gonna tell somebody. Keon told somebody what he did. Believe it. He told somebody. And that somebody gonna tell it. Don't tell it all. Trust and believe that. We following this story, baby. Best believe it. I ain't start following this for nothing. We are going to continue to follow this story. Now, they went to the school. They got a tip to go out there. They got a tip when they found her cell phone cover. And a card, a debit card. Debit card or credit card with her name on it. They found that, and there was one more thing that they found. So they had got a tip on that. Then they get a tip and say, "Hey, go to that school. That's where she at." They go out to the school. They say they ain't found that. We ain't seen nothing. We don't find her. We don't know nothing. Baby, these fools done got a whole nother tip. that said y'all missed her. Keon locked up. Keon locked up, y'all. He locked up. He ain't sending no tips. Keon like, I ain't finna say nothing. Y'all ain't finna catch me up in this. Psh, zip my lips. Now you want to follow elementary rules. But somebody else, we don't know if it's a girl. We don't know if it's a boy. But somebody, I think it's a girl. I think it's one of them girls. Either Gabby or her friend. Allegedly, that's what I think. And other people out there in social media world, yeah, they think y'all did this. Y'all had something to do with this. Keon done told y'all something. Now it's eating y'all up because now y'all scared that some way, somehow, y'all involved because y'all decided to go online on social media and start talking. Y'all decided to do this. Your friend, Gabby, your friend decided to go on there and talk, so you decided, I gotta say something too. I had nothing to do with this. I ain't did nothing, ain't did nothing. But I gotta say it too. Okay, now social media is finna rip y'all asses apart. Including me. Rip y'all apart. Until they say, you know what? Everybody on social media keep talking about this girl. Everybody keeps saying that the sky is blue. I went out there and the sky was blue too. I think we need to go on ahead, bring them on in for questioning. Then y'all gonna go in there for questioning, and one of y'all gonna break. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen allegedly. So they called the police and then was like, y'all missed him. Y'all missed her. Go back. Please go back. She's out there. Just go back. Baby, they went back. They found a whole shallow grave that she was in. They got that baby up out of there. Baby, people was out there. People was watching and everything. They seen it all. And somebody even said they heard some screams. Somebody said, we did a search party and we was just here yesterday. We was here yesterday looking. We didn't see her there. But all of a sudden today, she's there. All of a sudden, they get a tip. You missed her. Go back. She's really there. Who is you, lady or man? Who are you? At that point, ain't no damn such thing as anonymous caller. No, y'all need to find out exactly who this is. Y'all need to get them two girls in there. Listen to that the tipster again and see, does that voice sound like one of those two girls? If so, lock their asses up and fry them just like y'all gonna do Keon. Let's go to this last clip for the night, baby. And again, we ain't done. We ain't done. Yeah, we will be revisiting this story again. I assure you that. So if y'all want to keep up with these stories with Kada Scott, you better watch your girl. Last video for the night. Here we go.
Continue to follow breaking news at 8 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. This video is unavailable and it's the news. And it's called How Philadelphia Police Track Down Suspect. And they made it unavailable? What? What? Okay, here goes something that just came out 43 minutes ago.
Her kidnapping.
But that
Thanks for
came
joining
out
us
12.
here at 6. I'm Sheba Russell.
12. Hold on. That last video came out. Oh, it's completely gone now. Oh my goodness. Dang, I wish I would have watched it first.
Thanks for joining us here.
So let's go ahead to this one. I'm trying to see if they have anything else. This was 3 hours ago. Okay, they got something for. Let's go ahead and watch this one right quick first, and we'll come back to this just in case they try to take this one down.
But the big story on Action News tonight is
This
the
one was
finding
an
late
hour ago, y'all. This was an hour ago. I have not seen this. This is new. So let's go ahead and watch this before they take it down. Y'all know I don't be playing no games.
Big story on Action News tonight is the finding late today by Philadelphia's medical examiner officially ruling Kada Scott's death a homicide. And it comes as police lay out a minute-by-minute account of her interactions with the man police say will now be charged with her murder. In a 5-page affidavit filed in court today, investigators detail a series of text messages between Scott and Keon King, and some 12 phone calls between the two the day she disappeared. In a time vivid accounts, witnesses, cell phone data, and surveillance video lay out chilling evidence of stolen cars, the involvement of accomplices, and the disposal of what police say does appear to be a human body. Action News reporter Chad Pradelli live at East Mount Airy tonight. Chad, those new charges against Keon King were approved late this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right, Brian. According to multiple law enforcement sources, Kada Scott was shot to death. Now Keon King is charged with murder, abuse of corpse, tampering with evidence, and firearms violations, among others. Keon King's alleged criminal conspiracy began just before midnight on October 3rd, when court records say he stole a Hyundai Accent left unattended and running by a food delivery worker on the 6600 block of Sprague. Investigators say he used that stolen car to meet up with Kada Scott the following night. Charging documents say Scott and King made plans to meet up, with the final exchange between the two being, quote, CM when you hear. CM is short for call me. 6 minutes later at 10:15 p.m., investigators say the two appeared to be together near Scott's place of employment based on cell phone data. It'd be the last time Scott would be seen alive. At 10:24 p.m., Kada Scott's phone goes offline. At 10:28 p.m., the Hyundai Accent parks at the Aubrey Recreation Center, and the vehicle remains there for 2.5 days. Using cell phone technology, investigators track King to this house on the 5500 block of Belmar Terrace. A search of the house turned up contractor bags, a hammer, and ammunition, among other items, according to the complaint. 2 women who lived there were detained and interviewed but released. King was not at the house. The criminal complaint says King's cell phone was tracked taking multiple trips between the Belmar Terrace home and the area where Scott's body was found. At 11:39 p.m. on October 5th, one day after Scott's disappearance, court records say King's registered Toyota Camry was caught on surveillance returning and parking at the recreation center next door to where Scott's body was found. It says 2 people exited the vehicle, and 4 hours later, 2 individuals appear to take a large object consistent with the body out of the Hyundai Accent. And so far, no accomplices have been charged. We reached out to King's attorney, but so far have not heard back. I'm live in East Mount Airy. Chad Pradelli, Channel 6, Action News. Brian?
Okay, Chad, thank you. And as you just heard in Chad's report there, police are trying to piece together the communication between Kada Scott and Keon King in the days and the hours before her disappearance. One particular text that's now part of the investigation was sent at 10:07 a.m. on October 4th, almost exactly 12 hours before Scott disappeared. In it, she texts the words, quote, kidnap me again, to a number that police have linked to King. That was followed by specific plans to meet. Now, the context of that alarming text is not yet clear, but police say there is no indication as of now of any previous incident involving the two. What Kada Scott meant by those alarming words remains unknown tonight. But the big story on Action News tonight is the finding late today by Philadelphia's medical examiner.
I could about bet what she meant.
A homicide.
But you know, who am I? Who am I? But I could bet what she meant. Okay? Like, if she, let's just say, because we can't believe everything that we hear. But let's just say that she was just going out there to get her bag of weed. I'm just saying. She just went out there to get a bag of weed. He probably kidnapped her before. She probably playing around with him. You know what I'm saying? You kidnap me again if you want to. Beautiful young lady. He probably trying to get with her and everything. She, nah, Keon. No, Keon. All I need is some green. You out the pharmacist. All I need is some green. Why we gotta keep going through this? No, I don't want to talk to you, Keon. I don't want to talk to you. All I want is some green. That's it. If that's the case, allegedly, if that's the case, because we don't want, and I know y'all see my eyes moving. I'm trying to see if there's anything else out there that just showed up within the last hours or so. Here's something right here, and this was 6 hours ago. How they ruled it a homicide. Murder charges recommended, which we already know they are charging him with murder. So we will be looking at this video, and this video gonna be the last video for the night, may I add. It will be the last video for the night. But that's what I think. Hey, Edward, I love you more. He said, just popping in to say hey, cuz. Oh, and do know I'll never stop loving the missus with the kisses. Thank you, cousin. I love you more. Gretchen, hey, boo. She said, hey, friend, dang, you probably right about how it went down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kept saying he was the pharmacist. Okay? For those that don't know who the pharmacist is, he was the weed man. He was the weed man. In the neighborhood weed man. And he probably was cool. I'm just saying. He probably was cool. They probably didn't realize that he was a demon seed. They just like, he cool. He cool peoples. Probably throw them a little extra here and there. I got you a little extra gram in there. A little extra gram for me, thank you. Ain't no telling how many extra grams he done gave Kada. Kada beautiful. He done already tried to kidnap her. I don't think it was that type of kidnapping. The way, they done put it out there where she said, kidnap me again. It probably wasn't that type of kidnapping. He probably told when you go to get, I don't know this. I don't know this at all whatsoever. I don't know. But I'm just assuming when you go and get some weed from somebody, you probably gonna get in their car. You ain't finna go over to the driver's side. Hey, boo, how you doing? Oh, okay, this how much you gonna give me? I can't get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Can't do all that on the outside of the car. I don't know that for real. I'm just assuming. So 9 times 10, she probably got in the car. And he probably took off with her. Back then. I'm talking about back then. Where she said, and don't be kidnapping me again. He probably putting that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had that game. What's up? What you need? Yeah, I throw you a little bit more. You look extra good tonight. Let me go ahead and bend another corner. Nah, take me back. Nah, I'm finna bend another corner. Can I take you out? Can I do something? Can we do something? Oh, so you just finna kidnap me now. I done told you to take me back. I'ma take you back, baby girl. I know, but take me back now. I'ma take you back, baby girl. Okay? But can we go on a date or something? No, I just want you to take me back. So, fast forward. I need some more green. Let me call the neighborhood pharmacist, Keon. Keon, he shot me a little extra last time. Let me go ahead and call him. Keon, and you better not kidnap me again. I ain't playing. Don't you kidnap me again. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think that part right there, don't kidnap me again, I think that was like in a jokingly way. Because again, you just started this job. You just started a job 2 weeks ago working third shift. She went out and got in the car with somebody, which now we know is Keon. So she knew Keon. She trusted Keon. She felt like Keon was going to bring her right on back. And then on top of that, she had the doggone job. Keon probably was like, let me roll up for you. Or shoot, she probably was good with it. Hey, hit a couple blocks while I roll this up right quick. I'm on the third shift, baby. I'm finna get it in. My co-workers, they smoke too. So we just been go ahead and go outside and smoke a little bit, but I need to roll this blunt up. So hit a couple blocks. Don't kidnap me again. Just hit the block, hit the corner. Keon was like, you know what? You done got in my car on the wrong day. On the wrong day. I'm sorry, but it's about to go down. That's all I'm saying. We done been there, had done that, audit. Gretchen said that does make sense. Actually, it's the only thing that makes sense. Gretchen, thank you, girl. Thank you, Gretchen. You know, Gretchen, when I tell you I've been following this story, I've been following this story. And I'm like, this is what it sounds like to me. Keon is a bad seed, a demon seed, yes. But some demon seeds can be disguised. They can be disguised easily. Do I think them two girls knew something? Yes, I sure do. Do I think they need to talk to the police? Yes, I sure do. I think that first girl ain't tell everything. I think they scared and they know what's going down. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. But Keon, Keon ain't going nowhere. Keon finna sit there behind bars. And they reopened up the case where he kidnapped somebody before, the girlfriend, the other girlfriend, with the people time. When he was looking out that window and stuff. They reopened that case. Find time to reopen it. Soon as Kada get missing, now y'all want to reopen the case. Because the girl didn't show up, so they had dismissed it. Oh, now we finna reopen it. Baby. But that's good that they reopened it because they was able to get him locked up. They was able to arrest him, and now he got something that he got to sit there for until they found Kada's body. So that is a good thing, no matter how we look at it. So let's go ahead, play this video where they are recommending murder charges, which we already know.
Who has been on the Kada Scott case pretty consistently for the better part of 2 weeks. And Kelly, just as we're getting ready to come on the air, there is an update on the charges that we all have been kind of waiting to see what happens.
Yes, we just got official confirmation from the medical examiner's office through Philadelphia police that the cause of death for 23-year-old Kada Scott is a homicide. That is what investigators have been waiting on to move forward with homicide charges. So Philadelphia police said they are recommending homicide charges against 21-year-old Keon King. You'll recall he is in custody for kidnapping, arson, and other related charges connected to Kada's disappearance. They are now recommending homicide charges against him. Will ultimately be up to the district attorney's office to move forward and officially charge him. We have reached out to them and we have not heard back from them. Obviously, this just came out in the last 10 minutes or so. So it's going to take a little bit for those charges to officially be filed, but we are waiting confirmation that they will do that. At the press conference with the district attorney's office on Monday, they did say homicide charges will be filed this week. So we do expect that to come.
So this was not unexpected. I mean, there was still speculation as to whether or not there were other people involved as to how Kada Scott tragically lost her life. This confirmed what most people suspected, but it doesn't change how many people may be charged as they go forward. Those questions still have to be answered.
That's exactly right. We've been hearing from law enforcement sources all week that these homicide charges were coming and that they would be against 21-year-old Keon King. Again, he's been in custody and he's been charged twice now for different crimes, all again connected to Kada's disappearance. So we did know this was coming, but it does not change the fact that the investigation is ongoing. The district attorney's office, police did make it clear that they believe Keon King had help. We know that there's surveillance video over at the rec center here next to the school that showed another vehicle and other people there when the car that Keon King is connected to was there. So We do expect that there are others involved and that additional charges, additional arrests could come. This does not change that. And it doesn't change, maybe even additional homicide charges as well. But all along, they have been confident that homicide charges would be coming against Keon King. And now it's just a waiting game to see if that's ultimately what the district attorney's office moves forward with.
Okay, and so then just for my clarity, so the official ruling came out of the medical examiner's office. That was confirmation that it was homicide. Now the charges, the district attorney's office takes that information and decides how to proceed.
Exactly. All police can do is recommend charges to the district attorney's office, and they confirmed within just the past few minutes or so that is what they are doing. They are recommending homicide charges. That's kind of all they can do at this point. Now it's in the district attorney's office hands to move forward and officially charge him. Again, Keon King is in custody. He has been for almost 2 weeks now, I guess a week and a half or so. And has had 2 additional sets of charges against him. So this will just be additional charges when he's in custody, but it will be up to prosecutors to officially go forward with that.
Okay, and then obviously this was the news that we needed to get to immediately. But throughout the day, Kelly, and I kind of give us an update on that, you were also looking into questions and concerns that people had about kind of the state of the building, the facility, why some of this area had not been maintained.
Yeah, so this property has been vacant for more than a decade now, since 2008. And this has been an eyesore for the community. Neighbors in the community have complained about it for quite some time. And on Monday, when a flurry of landscaping crews showed up from the city's Department of Parks and Recreation and CLIP with the School District of Philadelphia, because it is a shared property, they were happy to see that there was some improvements being made, at least to the landscaping, but they were also frustrated, saying, it took a absolutely horrific tragedy to happen behind the school for all of this attention and all of this work to show up. So today we spoke with a longtime homeowner that lives just a few blocks away on Ardley Street, who also coaches baseball at the rec center here on the baseball fields and has for 25 years. Says it's a beautiful park, but often as people are playing there, this is the backdrop, and it's just been frustrating. So he wishes it never happened. He feels this is a tragedy that maybe could have been prevented here, not entirely, but a tragedy that could have been prevented here.
Yeah, take her off. Take her off before she say the wrong thing and lose her job. But that school, they are now asking for it to be demolished. They want it completely taken down. They don't want to reuse it for anything else, nothing like that. They want it down, and I agree. Just like they demolished the young lady, the teenage girl. Oh, I cannot believe I can't think of her name. I'm so sorry, y'all, because y'all know I covered that story too. Where her daddy, her own daddy, the little light skinned girl, her daddy killed her and put her inside that abandoned apartment or abandoned house, and they demolished the building. They had the big old I cannot think of her name, y'all. I covered so many cases. Oh my gosh, so many. But it was the most that I have ever seen for when they go and put up the balloons and the bears, all that. Oh my gosh, it was just full, completely full. Never seen nothing like this. But they did demolish the entire building. So with that being said, demolish this too. If this is what the community wants, the community don't want this family to still have to be reminded every time they see the school. So go ahead and demolish it. I feel like they should do that at any given time with the family. Shout out to my friend slash sister Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? She has to ride past different for her daughter when her daughter was murdered. Tamarie. She ride past that. She don't want to, you know. But the street is still there. The houses, I'm sure, are still there. Where it happened outside it. You know. None of these families want to just ride past these buildings or these homes where they lost their child at. Okay? So if y'all can get rid of these buildings and tear them down, tear them down. Tear them down. You ain't do your job to make sure that everybody be protected in your city. So since you didn't make that cautious decision to make sure what we can do to make sure everybody's safe, tear these buildings up. Tear them up. Social media. Everybody out there that there's so many people that got podcasts. So many people. Even if your podcast ain't nothing about crime at all, show something about crime. You don't have to do your whole show about crime like I do. You ain't got to. I'm on assignment, baby. I got to. But you ain't got to if you don't want to. But I do encourage you to show something. Because, baby, when these stories get put out and millions of people are looking at it, baby, that's applying pressure all damn day long. And that makes these police officers, detectives, whoever, be like, you know what? We can't let our city look like this. We're going to have to cover this. We're going to have to find something. There's too many people watching us. And they be damned if they want social media to solve it before them. Just imagine social media is so big now. Like, we are the ones that be covering this stuff. And the police and detectives, FBI, all they doing is looking at social media. So just imagine if everybody that really, really took the time to cover these cases, all these people showed up in your city, in your township. Okay, y'all don't want to do y'all jobs? We'll do it. And start finding stuff that y'all ain't got the time to find, apparently. I'm just saying. You wouldn't like that too much, baby. You wouldn't like that too much at all. So, y'all, that was our last clip for the night. Yes, Gretchen, they all will be charged. Every last one of their ass, they gonna all be charged. Whoever that was that got out the car and helped Keon, baby, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Keon finna tell on all y'all asses. Yeah, y'all say he was the pharmacist? Well, the pharmacist is also the tattleteller. He gonna tell it all. He gonna tell it all. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but y'all finna get caught. But we want to hear it, and you definitely will hear it right here on Peach Tea Time, baby. Right here on Peach Tea Time. Okay, because I'm following this story. So, y'all, I love y'all so much. If y'all enjoyed this show tonight, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to leave a donation, please do so. You can leave a donation by way of Cash App, which is $ PGT Time. $. Let me see if I got them up here somewhere. I should have everything up here on this one. I may not. I think this might have been one of the new ones. Hold on. Is this it? That's the website. Here it is, right here. Feel free to donate. Feel free to donate. But our proceeds definitely goes back to PGT Time, helping me to be able to provide everything that y'all need on PGT Time. Not only that, some of y'all funds also go to Justice Beyond the Silence, which is my 501c3, and my husband's 501c3 nonprofit organizations where we help families, families with all type of things. We help them with, y'all. Everything you think of. If we got the money, the funds, baby, we are helping. Okay, so if y'all would like to participate and just sow a seed, you know what I'm saying? Just sow a seed. Y'all, I done sow so many seeds. And look at me now, baby. I got some long hair. But seriously, though, sowing seeds is nothing short of a blessing that you would definitely get back tenfold. I promise you that. She said, laugh out loud. Keon telling it all. Baby, he finna tell it all. He finna sing like a bird. He was a street pharmacist. He don't care. He tell if I gotta go down, oh, they going down too. So yes, I'm sure he's gonna tell. Gabby and Gabby friend probably collected some money from the pharmacist just by telling that Kada stayed in back of me. Not me, but Gabby. Y'all young ladies got to understand these ninjas ain't worth ish. Okay? They will tell on you. They will get you caught up in some stuff that y'all just be like, what? What? Carmen, Carmen said, thank you for everything you do, even when you are not feeling well. I'm telling y'all, it's like, this is a part of me. This is my life now. I don't care how sick I am. I don't care how busy I am. You best believe I look up clips every single day. There's so many clips I haven't been able to even show y'all. That whole week that I took off last week, because of my kids being sick, I'm being sick. Baby, even my mom and daddy done got sick because of my kids. But I still keep looking for clips. This is me. This is me. Gretchen said, loving the hair. You look gorgeous. Thank you, boo. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Nah, seriously, y'all, I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for joining each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Baby, if I'm not out here in these streets, you best believe y'all reaching out to me like, what's going on? Where you at? Is you doing a show tonight? We need you out here in these streets. So I thank y'all for that. It's a lot going on right now. So many other different adventures that I'm about to embark on, baby. It ain't nothing but God. Nothing but God. So I'm super excited. So we finna get out of here. I'm finna get out of here solo dolo, baby. On a Wednesday. Entire show. Just me only. And just like I do on Mondays. But I love y'all so much. I'm finna get out of here. I'm finna take the wig off, baby. Don't worry about it though. Y'all gonna see me with it every day. Every day. Every day. But seriously though, I love y'all. Thanks for joining. And we are out of here. You already know what you gotta do. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Now, before we go, this is Keon. Keon, he reached out to me, allegedly, and told me to play this. I said, okay, Keon, I'll go ahead and play it. But guess what, Keon? We don't believe your ass. You are going down for what you did to Kada. But I'll go ahead and play it because you want me to play it.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career. Robert. 30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe.
I'm telling you. Carmen, you get it. Carmen get it. Baby, when I play that clip, it just take me back. To me, that is one of the funniest clips. I gotta find my classic. Clip. But that clip right there, is something about when a grown person go into that high, what they call it, the high set of voice. I ain't even do that. What you talking about? I ain't do that. You better watch them. Even watch your kids. Well, I ain't did that, mama. What you talking about? I ain't did nothing. What you talking about? What? You better watch them. They lying. Keon, you liar. Keon said, yeah, go ahead and take me in for kidnapping. I'll get out. But you won't. Keon, you gone. Look at Edward. That's one of my favorite clips, Edward. One of my favorite clips. I got some Tupac clips that's my favorite too. And then the classic when I go off on this chick. That's the good one. But R. Kelly, baby, there's something about that R. Kelly clip. Take me out every time. Take me out every time. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what y'all gotta do. We are out of here. Like Carmen said, good night, good night. And you gotta listen to my babies. Mwah. I love y'all, and I missed y'all last week. I'll see y'all on Friday. Bye. Saginaw, stand up, baby. Saginaw, stay in the building. BV for life.
Return, please return. Please return, please return, please return. Thank you for